Welcome to the 1 hour Life Relaunch mini workshop. Callie Wilson here. We're going to go over how to get unstuck in 4 simple steps without hiring an expensive life coach. First off, you guys are front row people. I'm so glad you're here. You're showing up today. You're here in life on the front row to learn and progress and grow and create and do it fast. So I just want to say kudos to you guys. Way to go. Enter in the chat box where you're joining us from if you can. It's so fun to be joined by friends from all over the world. Now, friends, I just want to officially welcome you and say, congrats on taking that first step, signing up for the webinar, because that action alone is a great indicator of who you are, what you desire, and what you're capable of. And I've learned that part of transforming and improving your life is just showing up, even when it's not convenient and even when you don't feel like it. It really is the little things that you do that lead to even more amazing, extraordinary experiences that we get to have in this life. Now, the purpose of this webinar is to give you some really great insights and tools to help you get unstuck and back on track to getting the goals that matter to you most faster. Now, maybe you've had goals, but you haven't gotten them yet. Maybe you want to try again, but you're not really sure where to start. Maybe you're feeling a little discouraged, or maybe you don't even know which goals to have, but you just know that something has to change and you are so ready for just a fresh start in life. Now, if you have absolutely no desire to create change in your life right now, this this workshop may not be the best workshop for you. And I get it. It could be a timing thing, but I do promise that if you are open and you open your heart and your mind right now with the intention to start learning things on a higher level and to receive some personal insights and inspiration, and if you pay attention to those impressions and write them down, you are going to get something that you need out of our time together. Now, in this mini workshop, I'm going to let you in on a few secrets. You could pay an expensive life coach to teach you these things, but I'm going to give them to you absolutely free. First, I'm going to teach you the real reason why you feel stuck. Second, how most people set goals wrong and how you can set them right with my Soul Sync method. And third, I'm going to teach you from how to heal, actually, really quickly, from past hurt that's holding you back and hurt that you're also going to experience in the future. I don't want you to, get caught in a rut and stay there, because hurt, unfortunately, is part of the human experience. It's bound to happen, but it doesn't have to take so long to recover from emotional hits. And then lastly, secret number 4, if you want to take your life relaunch to the next level, I'm going to show you exactly how that transformation doesn't have to be hard. It can be really easy. And I'm going to give you a simple, powerful step that you can take today to turn your hoping and wishing and wanting into doing in just 5 weeks. Because again, transformation doesn't have to be crazy hard or take eons. It doesn't have to take years. So again, Callie Wilson here. Maybe some of you know me, maybe some of you don't. I'm just glad to spend some time with you and share some of the insights that I've gained from my personal research, from my life experiences, and from, just interacting with people for years and years and years. I'm going to be sharing with you some things from my heart, and what I desire, my intention of this workshop, is to help you to start getting your life in order so that you can start experiencing more excitement and joy and fulfillment from this very moment in your life on. Now, you may be wondering, who am I listening to? Does she actually know what she's talking about? So to put your question to rest, is this really going to be worth my time? I'll tell you a little bit about myself and the journey I've been on. I also have something towards the end very special for you too if you finish this workshop. Now, I know you have to get back to work or get back to kids, you've got to run errands, and I promise that within the next hour, you're going to get something out of our time together that will enhance your life and change your life forever, and that you can implement immediately. And to help you get to the very end and help you stay motivated and commit to seeing this launch to completion right here, I've actually prepared a little gift for you if you finish the webinar today. So my techie assistants are helping on the back end, and they're going to be keeping track of who finishes. And so if you finish, you watch the entire webinar, we're going to send that gift over to you in an email after the webinar. Now, if for whatever reason you've got kids screaming in the background, the doorbell ringing, the toilet flushing, I mean, not, well, flushing and overflowing, I get it. Sometimes a full out war breaks out when we're trying to do something worthwhile. Like, come on, kids. I'm trying to change my epic life here. I'm trying to create an epic life. Well, toddlers and pets and delivery men, they really don't care. So you just need to put things in order, make sure to check your email, and either jump back in on another time when you can lock yourself in the bedroom closet with a box of chocolates and your laptop and get it done. Or again, check your email. I can let you in on a super limited access to the replay. So who are you, Callie, and why should I care or believe what you have to say? First of all, I'm just a human. I'm trying to make the most of my time here on this earth. Truly, I am not interested in messing around with life. I'm here on the planet to be an agent of positive change in the world, discover all of the rich gifts that life has to offer, and to help as many people as I can do the same. I am a wife and a mother to 5, first and foremost, and I take these roles very seriously. I'm also a holistic life transformation coach and business mentor. I've been coaching for over a decade now. I can't believe how the time has just flown by. And I've had the privilege of coaching everyday moms to Olympic athletes, to professional opera singers, to life and health coaches, to high achievers in business and leadership, and the gamut, like so many more. It has been, quite an honor. My primary goal is to help my clients achieve richer lives faster. I'm not interested in helping people only progress in one aspect of their life. I've been trained again to take a holistic approach towards life change. I have watched people, rock their business while their marriage and their children have suffered. I have watched people achieve huge, epic goals while they've destroyed their health. I've watched people chase their dreams and lose their faith. Holistic transformation is about looking at the big picture. It's looking at all the aspects of your life and creating a plan to move those important parts of your life, your health, your spirituality, your business, your relationship, your home and family, your higher missions in life and contributions to that next level. I know that when you live intentionally with vision and clarity and implement the right tools, touch points, and systems, you can thrive. You can not only thrive, but you can really experience life on a whole nother level. And when you do, when you're able to, again, make your life rich, you literally do become, in the truest sense of the word, rich and wealthy in all the right ways. I also have a background in leadership and entrepreneurship and run a global multi-million-dollar sales team in the essential oil industry as a presidential diamond in doTERRA. Now, this has allowed me to travel the world as a wellness educator and business trainer. I've mentored hundreds of thousands of people in person and online and have spoken on stages all over the world, including in China, Japan, Germany, Hong Kong, Switzerland, Canada, and all over the US, from Honolulu to Phoenix to Salt Lake City to Washington, D.C. Now, of course, this isn't where my story began. If you were to go back and visit me even 15 years ago and have seen the younger version of me, and I think about this a lot, I think, what would it be like to be me and to go back and visit her, the younger version of me? And gosh, if I could just tell her what a 2-hour life relaunch could do for her, at that time, I wouldn't have believed it. I really would not have believed all of the amazing things that would come into my life because I chose to spend 2 hours getting things in order for a massive, massive life relaunch. Now, when I began my Life Relaunch, my world was actually caving in. As a family, we were facing major health problems. My husband had been diagnosed with an incurable, debilitating disease. And as he began to recover, he was then in a car accident that left him unable to work for several months. The piano business that we had started and invested tens of thousands of dollars into tanked, completely tanked, and we were financially ruined. Our home was slipping into foreclosure because we could no longer make the monthly payments. And I tried really hard to get odd jobs. I taught hula lessons. I was a part-time spokesperson, a fitness model. I even signed up to be a secret shopper, where you get paid to go to stores, right, and shop, go pick up a pizza and write a review, and they pay you like $20. Anyway, I was trying everything just to help our family stay afloat. And it was hard because I was still trying to also take care of my husband and our 3 children. And it just wasn't enough to pay the bills. And I was exhausted. I was literally, I could feel myself just suffocating. I just couldn't seem to get enough air. And I didn't know how we would ever dig ourselves out of the mess. Now, maybe you're in this position now, or you've been there in the past, you know what I'm talking about. Or maybe you're thinking, oh wow, I don't have it that bad. Well, lucky for you. That's a good thing. But if you signed up for this workshop, I know that you have some discomfort in your life. You sense that there is more for you. You know you are deep down inside this infinite creator, and that stirring can't be shut off. And I'm here to tell you, use that discomfort as a catalyst. Discomfort can, if you allow it, hold you hostage to despair, or if you can work on it and mold it, it can actually give you fuel, give us fuel to fight. And I'm going to tell you, in all things, no matter what you're facing, choose to fight. Fight for your happiness. Fight for your marriages and for your families. Fight for your children to grow up in a loving and beautiful home. Fight to get your business off the ground and profitable. Fight to get out of debt. Fight for moral courage in a world that is so desperate right now of righteous leadership. Decide what you want and go the distance, even if that means being uncomfortable and requires you to do things differently. Now, again, if Callie, my old self, 15 years ago, didn't fight when the odds were stacked against me, I would have missed out on the most incredible life possible for me. I would have missed out on the most incredible adventures. I would have missed out on discovering a new career as an entrepreneur and a coach. I would have missed out on discovering essential oils and these incredible wellness products that have revolutionized my home and rocked my world. I would have missed out on discovering new talents and new skills that have made me stronger and better. I would have missed out on friends and mentors who have challenged my mind and have expanded my impact and my reach. I would have missed out on how to know how to leverage failure and find a way to win no matter what. That is a skill. And had I chosen not to fight, I would have not figured that essential piece out in life. I could have missed out even on a better marriage and a home life where because mom and dad dreamt big and relaunched their lives and really went for it, I could have missed out on raising my children differently. And in our home, we dream big, we strategize, we go for big things. My kids do as well. And again, I would have raised my kids differently because rather than being bold and brave and determined, I would have been so. And I wouldn't really be able to look my kids in the eye and tell them, gosh, guys, like we've got one life. Let's go make it awesome, right? So you've got to commit to finding a new way of thinking and doing life. Had I stayed stuck in the muck and felt sorry for myself, I would have missed out on all of this. And these are some amazing pictures of some of our life adventures, mentors I've been able to meet and work with, business partners I've been able to collaborate with, trips I've taken to Japan and Europe, speaking on stages, and of course, one huge piece of my life relaunch, because my husband was diagnosed with this incurable autoimmune disease. He was told that he would not be able to have any more children. And when that happened, we only had 3. And I remember feeling completely devastated. But someone gifted me with some incredible wellness products that made a huge difference. And this picture in the middle here means a lot to me, where you see me blowing bubbles, because that little guy and that little girl shouldn't have been there had my husband in particular not fought for his recovery. So this is a big deal, you guys. And honestly, it took me I did do a lot of research, but when I actually sat down, it only took me 2 hours to really set the stage for a completely different life. Now, those 2 hours of thoughtful planning changed everything. It changed my life, it changed my family's life, and it also changed the lives of the people I've also been able to reach and influence. And when you change for the better, others around you are naturally influenced as well. And this week I got this beautiful message in my Facebook Messenger. It's significant to me because it was the result of a serious life relaunch. And as I created my life relaunch, one of the things I had written in regards to how I wanted to lead out was that I wanted to lead out, like I said, as an agent of positive change. I wanted to teach the masses, and I wanted to partner with amazing, powerful people and have our efforts expand the globe. And I never would have met this beautiful woman had I not decided to do a life relaunch. And this is what she wrote me this week that was so touching. She just randomly posted this, and I was really moved. She said, "Because of you, I have changed my legacy. I'm leaving for my future generations to come with healthier emotional patterns and strength. I'm just one drop in the bucket, one drop, one of many. I love you, and I'm grateful for you." So what could a life relaunch, a serious, thoughtful life relaunch, do for you? I don't want you to miss out on all that could be in store for you in this life. I want you to live fully awake and fully alive. There is so much that I want to teach you about doing a life relaunch and how to do it step by step. There are specific strategies and insights and tools that I have found that can make a huge difference. Now, unfortunately, I can't teach you everything in an hour about doing your own life relaunch, but I am going to tell you about a really amazing signature course that I'm launching today, if you are ready to start moving forward. And I'll tell you more about that at the end of the webinar. Now, this webinar, don't worry, is going to be jam-packed with great content, so you can walk away today empowered and ready to get started. Now, in this 5-week course, by the way, I'm going to give you those foundational pieces to help you overhaul your life, get unstuck, and create massive movement with confidence and clarity and focus. And okay, well, now that you know about me, I would love to know more about you. So write in the chat box why you showed up for this webinar, what you were hoping to get out of this workshop. And don't forget to connect with me on Instagram and Facebook and introduce yourself. I want to know, again, what aspects of your life you want to take to that next level. Now, I hope you have the pen and paper. We're going to get right into this. We're going to move fast because I want to give you great content. So just take a deep breath, get ready, and let's just dive in here. So secret number 1, why people feel stuck. What's the reason why people feel stuck? Now, you want to go for bigger goals. You want to start improving your life. Maybe you want to improve your marriage or your financial situation. Maybe you want to triple your business or lose 30 pounds. get your house in order. Maybe you want to increase your Instagram influence. When people come to me with these goals and I ask them why they're stuck, they will often say one of four things. They'll say, it's time. I'm stuck because I can't really do what I want because of time constraints. Or they'll say, it's money. I can't do what I want because of lack of money. Sometimes they also say opportunity. They can't do what they want because there's no opportunity for them. And I hear this one a lot as well. It's other people's faults. Faults? It's other people that get in the way from doing what I really want to do. And they can't have what they want because of other people. So maybe it's a spouse. Their spouse will never go for that. Or they have kids, so dreams get thrown to the bottom of the barrel. We can't pick those up because we've got kids. Or maybe it's people that I want to have me, buy my product or join me in a business. They just keep telling me no. It's other people that keep rejecting me. Now, these are all valid reasons why people feel stuck. However, they aren't the core reason why people actually feel stuck. Now, notice, stuck is a feeling. Unless someone is holding you down and you can't move, or you've fallen into a manhole, like my friend did. She did that in Mexico and landed in raw sewage, you guys. It's disgusting, and she lived. Don't recommend doing that. And you physically can't climb out, you aren't really stuck, at least in the physical way. You're not actually really stuck. You can still get around the house. You probably have access to a car that you own or know someone that does, that can honestly go anywhere with enough gas. You have a smartphone that can call across the world and even has, a Google search bar on it that can look up anything you want to know and more. But that inner dialogue is strong. I'm stuck. I've hit a wall. I can't move ahead. I'm blocked. These are all phrases. I feel trapped. I think it's a sign to quit. I hear that a lot too. People are sure about their goals. They hit their first obstacle. They're like, oh, this is a sign. This is a sign I need to quit. Moving the wall or getting unstuck, it feels like it's just completely out of our control. And again, I see people get to this point and they just sometimes just give up on their goals altogether. They just can't see a way around it, and they just stop trying to go for something. I've heard this before. It's like, well, I tried to be nice. I tried to work on this relationship and I just got hurt again. There's no point, And they tear up their vision boards and they sit in their muck and they have that pity party and they gallons of chocolate Tillamook mudslide, whatever it is, right? Guys, I don't want you to do that anymore. I've been guilty of that too. To understand this invisible wall more deeply, you have to understand, according to one of my mentors, Kirk Duncan, that everyone has a mindset or settings in their mind. So let's dive a little bit deeper into that, right? Because here we are, this woman, you're seeing her, she wants to move ahead, but there's this ginormous boulder here, and all of us can see, hey, lady, right? Just go to the right a little bit, go to the left a little bit, climb over it if you must, but she can't seem to figure out how to do that. She's so in the trenches, and if you were to ask her how she's feeling right now, she'd just say, this is just too hard. I can't get through it. Now, from the womb, you have been absorbing information and storing it in your subconscious. In the book, The Answer by John Assaraf, he explains the number of potential connections your brain can make over a lifetime could fill 6 million volumes of the New York Times. That is a crazy amount of files. So what I'm saying is, in your subconscious, you have been absorbing information and stuffing it in a filing system. You have files on money. Is it good or bad? Love, is it hurtful or helpful? Time, is it unlimited or is it never enough, right? Success, is it possible or is rejection inevitable? You have relationships and files on food, on weight, on religion, on politics. Do they disappoint? Or, are politics amazing? And you even have a file on if someone cuts you off the freeway. Now, your brain wants to keep you safe from getting hurt or being killed. The brain is all about self-preservation. It's doing its job, right? When it's keeping you safe. So when you are trying something new, and you check in with your brain to search the files, and it comes back and tells you, oh, we don't have a file for that. It's not safe. You may die. This invisible wall is thrown up, and you feel that wall. You really feel like you're being pushed up against the wall, and you feel stuck. Even though there are probably 100 of choices, right? Hundreds of choices that you could make in any given moment to navigate through your problems, your filing system throws up that wall and says, stop. Just stop right there. No one showed up for your class, your sales presentation today. You don't have a file for that. You don't have a file for when no one shows up. So you probably should quit. That was a stupid goal, right? We don't want you to die. So quit while you're ahead. Or maybe you want to quit smoking and you're going, well, I really want to, but every time I try, it's not working, and I don't have a file on what to do when this thing that I'm trying isn't working. So gosh, right? There's the wall. I guess I should just quit, right? It's not safe for me to keep pursuing this. Now, if you want to get unstuck, you guys, you have to change your internal settings first. You can push through with behavior, but if you don't work on your internal settings, then walls will keep being thrown up to keep you safe as you pursue your goals. And because you won't recognize them as internal walls, you will feel stuck. You'll blame outside circumstances, and you'll actually downgrade on your goals. Kirk Duncan says you have to get into the basement of your brain and change your settings. You got to rewrite those files. And maybe you're going, well, I don't know how do I do that? How do I get into my personal settings? Well, I'm going to teach you right now how to actually get into those personal settings so that you can actually read the files and then change them. Now, one of the best ways to do that is to actually get a journal to evaluate your settings. So how do I actually then, with a journal, extract the files and change them? Well, I'm going to give you a little tip. It's easy to remember. It's an acronym, SANE, S-A-N-E. Now, if you look up the definition of sane, which is the opposite of insane, it's to have a sound mind. And that's what we want, right, as we're going for our goals. We don't want the opposite, which is not a sound mind, which is insanity, right? We want sanity with us at all times. So S-A-N-E is what I want you to remember. The S stands for set a goal. If you want to get into into the basement of the brain and read those files, you've got to set a goal for something you have never done before, something you have no file on. Goals are crucial to growth, especially goals that you don't know how to get yet. As rewarding as they are to achieve, a lot of people focus on that. They focus on, well, when I get the goal, I'll be happy. What I want you to focus on is the growth aspect of that goal. When pursued right, goals can help us to become stronger, smarter, kinder, more happy, and more capable of just being human in the most beautiful way. Done right, goals can have also a purifying effect on our hearts and our minds too, and can help us to clean out and upgrade our personal settings quickly so we can actually start experiencing new things and new results. So if you want to know what your file says about money, for instance, and why you're not making more of it, set a money goal. Write down a money goal that you've never experienced before. Maybe it's doubling an income, getting an extra $500 by the end of the month, $100,000 a year, or even $100,000 in a day. Write it down and stick it where you can see it daily. Okay. After that, you're gonna access the file. So this is how you're gonna do it. Now, as you're trying and you're looking at that money goal every day and you're trying to figure out, okay, how do I get that? How do I qualify myself for that money goal? I want you to get out that notebook and start writing everything that comes to mind regarding money. Write down everything you can remember about what you've been told about money, from your parents or your grandparents, your friends' parents. What did your teachers in school say? What did you learn at church? What did movies teach you? Jerry Maguire, like, show me the money. Like, what did you learn about money? And download all the information that defines your definition and relationship to money. Pay attention to the words also that come out of your mouth. Pay attention to what you say about money. Is money hard to come by? Are you barely scraping by? I hear that a lot, like, oh, I'm just barely scraping by. Is money evil to you? Is money fun? Is money good? Does money come quickly and easily? Is there more than enough or never enough? Do you always have money to get chocolate? I always do. I always have enough money to get real good quality chocolate. I'd learned that from my mother. The longer you spend time with this exercise, the more you will extract the information in your subconscious files. Next, again, after you've accessed the files, you've got to write new scripts. You've got to write new files. So how do you rewrite the files? Well, if you want to do it fast, you have to bombard the mind with new thoughts and new information. You have to start writing down your desired relationship with money. And then step 4 is to add to that bombardment of the senses and really firing away at that subconscious wall. Again, elevating your senses is a powerful way to do that. So to give you some examples, here's our little money goal. We're going to download all of the things that aren't serving us, all those old thoughts that are brewing in your brain that are holding you hostage to, your money blocks. And you're going to start writing those new statements and print them off every morning. I have a healthy relationship with money. It always shows up when I need it to. I love money and money loves me. Find out some really powerful statements that can alter the way that you view money and feel about it. I've also heard of people like Jim Carrey writing themselves a check for the amount they desired. Jim Carrey said that I think he wrote a check for it. I think it was, it might have been 10 million. I can't remember. It was $1 million or 10. That's a significant amount of money. When he was dirt poor, he wrote himself a check, stuck it in his wallet, carried it with him all the time, pulled it out, looked at it, all the time. And he said, it was amazing because he actually ended up getting that movie contract. And it was that surreal experience when he realized, whoa, that was incredible. It actually worked. So stick a vision of money or check on your vision board. And as you are working on rewriting the old files in your mindset, you're seeing the image every day. You're saying the words, the new affirmations out loud. So you're activating the ears. Also you can activate the sense of smell by diffusing essential oils like cypress or mint or citrus oils. I really find that these help you to stay in the flow and stay emotionally elevated. You can also, I've heard of people carrying money with them at all times and, putting a little money clip on it and just feeling that money and really working in that affirmation. Like, I always have money. It's always available to me. I also think it's really, really good to not overlook pennies and loose coins. Accept however money wants to show up for you. Picking up pennies on the road and saying, or coins on the road and saying, "Why, hello, Lincoln," or "What's up, Roosevelt? Glad you showed up for me today," right? Is going to help reinforce how amazing money can be for you and how it loves to find you. And it's going to help rewrite that relationship that you have with money. Now, those are some great ways to start bombarding, right, the subconscious and with that new information. And I'm not one to say, well, all you got to do, right, is just believe that it's going to come. I also tell people, you go out and you start qualifying yourself for the rewards. So expanding your mind and getting smarter is crucial. So Go to the library, get yourself some books, listen to podcasts, get into the minds of people who have a healthy relationship with money. I like Dave Ramsey, Robert Kiyosaki, Warren Buffett. I also like guided meditations on attracting wealth. Kelly Howell is one of my favorites. We've used all of the resources that we could find, my husband and I, to help us to change our relationship with money. And as you get new information that lights you up, date it as you would a potential partner. Try out the advice, see what fits, get your finances in order, start paying off debt, sell stuff in your home, cut up your credit cards, revamp your side hustle. Just start breaking down bigger money goals into bite-sized goals and get to work and get it done. Stop playing in the muck, right? Get serious about it. And no matter what happens, no matter what roadblock comes your way, keep moving forward daily with your goal. Dave Ramsey says, attack it with a vengeance. And also pay attention to the negative thoughts again that pop up, especially those that make you feel stuck, like you've hit a wall. You can again recognize it and say to yourself, oh wow, like I'm bumping up against an old file and I'm drawing a blank. Time to get some new information. Kick it down and say instead, like I'm figuring things out. I have a healthy relationship with money, and money loves to find me. I won't back down until I get my goal, and then go get it. Maybe you have a relationship goal. Maybe you want things to change with your significant other because you feel like a roommate more than a soulmate. How do you rework that? Or maybe you want love, right? Maybe you want a new companionship. How do you rework that? Let's talk about, a couple situation. Maybe you, again, start with that goal. That's the first step. Maybe you want to feel differently when you're around this person. Resist the temptation, first off, though, to bring in what your spouse or your partner will or won't change or be or won't be. You can't control that. So resist worrying about things you can't control. And that means how other people are going to show up. But force yourself to focus on what you can control and how you are going to show up in a relationship. And you get to choose how you want to feel. Maybe it's happy, loving, connected. What goals could help you to generate those feelings more in your relationship? Maybe it's a conscious effort to pray together at night before you go to bed, or have a weekly date night. But set the goal. And then when you set it and you try to go after it, start digging through your old files to see what you really believe about relationships. Get that journal out. I call it my cleanse journal. How were you taught to feel and act in a relationship? What did your mom teach you? What did your dad teach you about significant relationships? What did you learn from watching other people's parents? What did you learn in your past relationships? What did you learn from movies that may have been awesome or actually may be preventing you from creating what you really desire in a relationship? There's a lot of drama in the movies, and I wouldn't say that Hollywood gives us the best version of a relationship all the time. So if you are open and you really want to make the most of this experience too, I'm going to add this little bonus. Invite your higher power to be a part of this activity. My higher power is God, and that divine mentoring, as I invite that into my life, takes this excavation process to an entirely deeper and more insightful level. And once you see the file, your settings on that particular topic that you're working on, once you see it, and you're like, oh, that was kind of messed up. I can't believe I believed that. Then you can again start rewriting it. I had to change my file on my husband, you guys. I didn't realize that I had pretty deep trust issues that stemmed from an experience I had as a teenager in losing a boyfriend in a car accident. It was very traumatic for me, and I had a hard time with commitment after that and giving my whole heart into a relationship or a marriage that may or may not work out. I had in my inner dialogue going on, I don't know if I can really rely on men to be there for me. I had to change that and say, wait, hold up. Like, how do I want to feel right now today in this marriage? And I had to rewrite that story and write instead, I am married to the man of my dreams, my hero who rescues me daily. And that shift in a thought was huge for me. Saying that morning and night out loud changed something deep within me. It gave me a new lens and changed how I saw and treated my husband and how I felt in my marriage. It shifted the feeling of fear and isolation and needing to protect myself to feeling safe and actually enjoying the sweet companionship of my husband who was alive and who was there for me. Now, rewrite. I'm going to tell you to rewrite those stories that are no longer serving. Rewrite those files. Get new information. Study and get into the heads of people who are doing well in whatever you want to do in life. If it's relationships, don't ask advice from people who are not doing it right, you guys, who are totally messed up, right? Go find the experts. I find that a lot. People will come to me and say, I want to start a business. And then they'll go ask their dad or their brother or their sister. And I go, okay, what kind of business background does your dad or sister or brother have? They're like, oh, none. I have no business back. And so tell me why you're asking them for advice again? Like, don't do that. Go seek advice from the experts. Go do that, you guys, instead. I'm going to give you a great resource here that I've found to be really helpful. John Gottman's book, The 7 Principles for Making Marriage Work, is a great read. Again, 7 Principles for Making Marriage Work, great read. And I'm going to just say this here because, whatever you're in, whatever situation you're in, it's never too soon to get professional help. And I will say one of the secrets to my success is as I have sought professional help from business experts, from relationship experts, from mindset experts, and I think we need to start fighting harder for our families. The world needs strong parents. The world needs powerful women, powerful men, committed to each other. Our children need parents who will fight for increased love and leadership and stability at home. Families are what build strong communities, right? And societies and nations. And if you're moving forward and you're trying to get things better and you're hitting walls, don't stop progressing. This is a sign that you're on the right track, you guys. Don't get discouraged. You are doing what you need to do to get things in order. Just go get more information and don't stop making those daily deposits. All right, secret number 2, how to set goals wrong. Now that's kind of a funny play on words, but this is what I see. How people set them wrong. And I don't want you to do that. I want to teach you actually how to set them right. I can't even tell you, first off, how many times I've had clients come to me and they show me their goals and I have to seriously overhaul them and rework them with my client because they're just not good enough. They've set goals wrong. And when I say good, I'm not talking about big goals or even small goals. I'm not saying, oh, your goal isn't big enough or your goal isn't small enough. When I say good enough, I mean worthy of their personal pursuit. Some goals, as amazing as they sound, aren't worthy of pursuit. They're not worthy of our time and effort. So you have to start choosing your goals more wisely. What goals you choose to invest your time and energy into, they matter. And also you've got to stop comparing your goals to others and trying to compete with them. I find it doesn't really feel that great or work really well either. Your life is and should be custom made for you. All right. So as you're doing your life relaunch, this also applies. I want you to honor your unique journey and create a life relaunch that is custom to you. So here is a quick quick tip on setting goals. First, ask yourself, is this goal worthy of my pursuit? And the first thing you're going to do to know if it is you're going to soul sync first. When you soul sync, and this is a word that I use often in my coaching, when you soul sync, it means that you are doing things in alignment with how you want to feel in your soul and how you want to show up in the world. This is important. This is what you do first. When you decide that, when that is clear, then you can decide what you want to do in life. Then you can pick goals, right? Because you're picking goals that are in alignment with how you desire to feel and show up in the world. So you got to know, how you want to feel when you wake up in the morning, how you want to feel in your body, how you want to feel when you're with your friends, how you want to feel when you're serving your clients or serving your family, how you want to feel at work or at night. Only after you know how you want to feel, again, should you set goals. And the goals that you choose, they need to support and expand your capacity to sustain those feelings. So if you do this, right, if you look at different adjectives, and start really thoughtfully looking at them and select a few, then making goals and setting goals is going to be so much easier. Now I'm going to warn you that if you do this out of order, you're going to start chasing shallow goals, and you're going to waste a lot of time. You're going to feel empty as you go for goals, and you're only going to get half-baked results. You will find yourself feeling kind of icky and also drained. And that is a high price to pay, because it affects not just you, but all those that you interact with. And your goals, when you do them out of order, they're going to feel more like tasks than rewards that you get to do. So succinct goals help you to become, a better version of yourself and live richer lives. That is the purpose of succinct goals. So I want you to look at these different adjectives and choose 3 emotions that you want to feel more often. Now, I gave you some examples here. You can go do a little Google search and find other adjectives, but I want you to pick 3 emotions or feelings that you want to feel right now in your life, that you want to move into right now in your life. Did you know that you also have settings for feelings in your subconscious too? Perhaps you were born into a family in which your parents fought all the time. The dominant emotions in the home were blame and hostility. Unless you change the settings, you will most likely get married and create scenarios to generate familiar friction, even though it's not necessary, because your settings were set in your childhood. They were locked and loaded. Now, again, you can change them, but you have to fight for what you really want and mold yourself with discipline into a new creature to get richer rewards. So pick those goals that complement the 3 dominant feelings you want to experience more in your life, so you can stick those feelings and expand them for longer periods of time. So for example, we're going to pick 3 feelings here. For example, if you picked strong, confident, and focused, rather than saying, oh, like I gotta lose weight, my belly is looking fat, I guess I need to starve myself, I gotta eat broccoli all month, ugh, this is gonna be horrible. Ugh, that doesn't feel like a really exciting goal. Like, that feels heavy and icky. Like, don't set goals that way. Pick or rewrite a goal that's going to light your soul on fire. So instead, write a goal such as this, like, I was born to be strong. My goal is to be as strong as I can be in a year from now. So I am lifting, I'm hitting the gym, 3 times a week. I'm going to increase the amount I can lift by working with a trainer. My goal is to double my strength and stamina over the next 6 months. And as I lift, I will say to myself, I am strong and confident and focused, and man, it feels good, right? Your body is going to be teaching your mind how to be stronger, and your mind's going to be directing your body as well to be stronger. What a beautiful mashup, right? So again, writing those goals and how you're going to intentionally go after those goals matter. But if your desire is to feel confident, focused, and strong, right, you can create a goal that's going to help you to really stick it. So say no to heavy, nauseating goals. So here we go. Support, expand, and sustain. That is the purpose of goals. You're going to say no to the heavy, nauseating goals and say yes to delicious, colorful, inspiring goals. We are not going for the pursuit of happiness anymore. We are going for the happiness of pursuit. All right, secret number 3, healing from the past doesn't have to take so long. Let me tell you, it doesn't have to take days, weeks, or even decades to heal from emotional wounds from the past. It doesn't. And even pain from the future. Now, I'm not trying to minimize anything that you've gone through or will go through in this life. But I will say that no matter what you encounter, there is a way to protect your peace and stay in the flow of divine love regardless of the trial. Choosing this path is going to buffer you from the storms. This goes for the big trials as well as the small hiccups that you go through. So a couple tips here really quickly. The first one is use essential oils. I love essential oils, and I'm going to tell you why. When you are having a negative thought or a negative experience, it leads to negative emotions. And there is a cascade of chemical responses that happen in the body. When the floodgates are opened and out is produced these hormones to help you either fight or take flight, a side effect of these increased hormones is unwanted tension, nausea, agitation, and a muddied mind. It's hard to think straight when you are an emotional wreck. You can't will these chemical reactions to go away. Even if you change your thought, they're still lurking in your body. It's going to take time for hormone levels to level out and clear out of your system. If you experience intense hurt or sadness or anger or disappointment and allow those emotions to escalate, it could take you hours to recover. Unchecked, bad moments can lead to bad days and even bad years. So if you want to recover faster, use natural chemical and vibrational powers that are found, the natural chemical and vibrational powers that are found in essential oils. They can help cleanse the body and boost your mood so you can start feeling better faster in a matter of seconds. I love them. I use them every day. I use them with my kids. I use them with my clients. I like to see results fast, and I don't like to waste time. You can learn more about essential oils by checking out my website at calliewilson.com. And I'm going to give you, again, some of my favorite oils that I love to use on a regular basis to help clear out negative emotions fast. Here are some single oils that I love: lemongrass, frankincense, melissa or lemon balm, and citrus oils. Now, I'm very picky about the quality. I only use a particular brand because I know they're science research-based and they're committed to purity and they're focused on results. So you can't just use any essential oil out there. Get some good ones. I love doTERRA. I love their Adaptive blend. I love their Purify blend, Aroma Touch blend, and Forgive or Console for upgrading that emotional state and clearing out those toxic emotions. So I like to put a few drops on the bottom of my feet or over my heart. I drink lots of water. I go for a walk. To, again, clear those emotions out faster. I also like to put them into a diffuser and then also apply them to the insides of my forearms and rub them in with a few drops of fractionated coconut oil. All right, tip number 2, set a timer. Hal Elrod, he's one of the most incredible examples of staying in the flow of love and of hope and of faith and peace. Hal is the author of The Miracle Morning and The Miracle Equation. When he was 20 years old, he was hit by a drunk driver and he was almost killed. And he not only broke 11 bones, but was told he would never walk again. Now, to be told that you were paralyzed at age 20, that's pretty devastating, but he handled the news remarkably well. He was so happy that the doctors were concerned, deeply concerned about him. And they pulled his parents aside and they told him, like, your child is not going to do okay here being paralyzed. He's in denial and he's probably going to turn to drug abuse if something doesn't change. And he stopped being so happy. And after meeting with the doctors, his parents told him what the doctors had said, and he replied that he had been preparing for this moment. He had been preparing through working with Cutco and getting used to rejection for accepting whatever circumstance came his way and choosing peace and happiness regardless. He had a mentor, a sales mentor, that had told him, you know, as you're making sales and going for sales goals, if you ever have a situation that didn't go your way or someone was rude or you just had a major setback, set a timer for 5 minutes. You could be mad, you could swear, you could say whatever you wanted, be as mad as you wanted, But when the timer rang, you had to stop and say, and I can't change it. I cannot change the past. And with that statement, you had to fully accept with your heart the circumstances of the past that you can't change. And you have to, he said, stop trying to resist it or try to change it, because you can't. And dwelling on the past and trying to change the past is only going to bring you, right, a destruction of your peace. The past can't be changed. But just accepting it and saying that statement, I can't change it, releases the impulse to fight it. And when you give yourself a time limit, you can help reclaim your peace faster and make the most of your future. Your brain isn't going to loop and loop and loop, right, over past experiences. Just set the timer, do what you need to do, get over it, and move on. Now, in his book, he also shared a story of a woman who had heard him talk about this 5-minute timer rule. And she said that she had struggled with deep depression and remorse over losing her father for 10 years. And she was on all types of medication. And when he shared his story about accepting as opposed to resisting the past, something finally clicked for her. And she came back to him and she said, I haven't had depression or anxiety or anything crazy for 2 weeks. I haven't felt this way for 10 years. She said, after I heard you talk, I went home and I said, my father died and I can't change it. And she'd been fighting that reality for 10 years, and it had caused her major, major emotional turmoil. And as she resisted the temptation to will something different, her grief was replaced with gratitude. And instead of thinking of her father with unbearable pain, she shifted to gratitude for the beautiful years she had with him. And she reclaimed her peace, she reclaimed her happiness, and she had a completely different outlook for the next 10 years of your life. Now, when you have been triggered, offended, hurt, or wronged, and your ability to protect your peace and stay soul synced with your desired feelings has been compromised, set the timer. You can choose 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or even 20 minutes. Stew if you need to, preferably be alone. You don't want to be toxic dumping on someone else or give them your stuff. But when that timer rings, you have to say, I can't change it. Use a power up statement. I can't change it. I forgive and let go. I stay in the flow of love and protect my peace. I accept this moment. I accept it, that it's perfect for my learning and growth. I accept this is perfect for my learning and growth. That's a statement that I use a lot when I'm doing some type of presentation and no one shows up or something happens, right? I get in a little battle with one of my teenagers. I'm like, wow, this is perfect for my learning and growth. What do I need to learn in order to overcome that? Like, faster you can honestly get back on track to making magic happen in your life and the lives of others, the better. It doesn't serve you guys to stay in a funk too long, right? You're going to waste years of your life if you don't learn emotional resilience and how to bounce back. Now, here's the truth. Transformation doesn't have to be hard. You can start progressing in life and in business in a bolder, braver, and bigger way with just a few essential tools. Now, I gave you 3 to start. I gave you how to rewrite your programming and adjust the settings in your mind. I gave you information on how to soul sync your goals. I gave you information on how to protect your peace with a plan. I also have a really great gift for you for staying on the webinar. We're almost done. I hope you took some really great notes and you really paid attention to the personalized inspiration that came to you as I shared these thoughts with you. Now, make sure you write down, right, those soul synced feelings that you desire. Put them on your bathroom mirror with a dry erase pen, and start intentionally designing your life around those words so that you can start showing up as that person immediately. Now, there is so much that I want to teach you. And again, I have this amazing gift for you that I'm going to give you in just a second. But if you are ready to learn more and to be more and to grow more, I just opened enrollment for my signature 5-week Life Relaunch project. It's not for everybody. It's only for those who are ready to get in the driver's seat and create massive change in their lives. If you are hungry for change, if you want a fresh start, you're ready to do life even better, I want to personally invite you to be a part of this Life Relaunch program. Danielle Heisenroth said, during the Life Relaunch project, I took a deep dive into my hopes and dreams. I have clarity on where I'm going. I feel energized and excited to create the life I desire. I already started to implement the changes recommended and have seen instant results. This program is changing my life. Callie has a wealth of knowledge and uses simple tactics that are easy to incorporate to get the results you're wanting. Thanks, Danielle from New Jersey. Chelsea Call says, this program is life-changing. It's opened my eyes to a new way of living. I feel braver and more confident than ever before. I love living soul synced. That piece alone has made all the difference. I'm making better decisions and moving forward in big ways with my life and business. It was just what I needed. I highly recommend it. Now, again, if you're hungry for change, you want a fresh start, this is a program that was designed for you. I'm going to be teaching you the foundational life pieces to start moving forward in a bigger, bolder way. I've used these same techniques and strategies for hundreds of people that I've been able to coach over the past decade, and also for myself. You know, with these exact pieces, I went from selling furniture in my home to start a business because I had no money, to growing a multi-million-dollar sales team in the essential oil industry. I went from losing a home due to a foreclosure to building a dream home retreat that is exquisite. It's amazing, and it's going to help us fulfill our higher missions in life, my husband and I. I went from feeling lost and invisible in my life to traveling the world as a holistic transformation coach and business educator, and also bringing my family along, my kids along. Intention and clarity, focus and action. There is so much more I want to share with you. I know that it will change your life and the way you do your life forever. But here's the scoops. You don't have to spend a fortune on life coaching. You don't have to pay tens of thousands of dollars to learn what I'm going to teach you. I've already done that. And now I charge a premium price to my private clients. You know, maybe you'll be one in the future, but I don't think everyone can or needs to do that to start seeing drastic improvements in life. That's why I created this affordable and easy to follow course. You also don't have to spend hours and hours poring over hundreds of personal development books and leadership books and transformation books. You don't have to travel and spend hundreds of dollars attending countless seminars and conferences to experience life change now. I've already done that for you too. I've spent the last 20 years researching how to unlock potential, and I've been trying things out on my clients and on myself to find the hidden gems that get real results. So save yourself a lot of time and money and headache, and take the easy route. You're going to get simple, profound insights and tools to help you feel, be, and do better faster. And my goal in this course is to make it easy for you, very easy for you, very simple, but very profound. Now, registration just opened, and it's not going to open long. My team is for long. My team is hustling right now, getting everything ready to help people like you relaunch their lives. So get in, get registered, and I want to help you just start rocking your life. Now, if you were to hire me as your personal coach right now, my minimum contract is several thousands of dollars. I'm going to give you all the good stuff I teach in my private sessions in an easy to follow online format. It's crazy. I've never just given away my products like this, my content like this. Now, my time, the reality is my time between running 2 businesses, chasing 5 kids, and creating my own grounded ventures is limited. I can't coach everybody, and I want to help as many people as I can. So if you want to take advantage of this, this course normally costs $997, but for a limited time, and if you enroll right now, because you showed up today, you stayed till the end, you're going to actually get the course for $297. That's over 60% off the normal price. I know what a serious life relaunch can do for people, and I want to help as many people as I can. So I'm trying to make this as affordable as possible for you. What's covered in the course? Well, module 1, we're going to get you ready for the reset. You're going to set up a soul sanctuary. You're going to kick chaos to the curb with the 4 Ds. You're going to learn the 4 steps of the Soul Sync method, and you're going to create a powerful playlist that you can use to help you move in the direction you desire. Module 2 is going to set the tone for your entire life. You're going to learn how to actually be an architect for your life with the prosperity projection activity and the life focus map. Module 3, we're going to unleash the inner artist. We're going to bring color and fun and flavor to your world. We're going to wake up and shake up your vision boards. I'm going to show you why people do vision boards wrong. And I'm going to teach you how to do them right so that they work and they work fast. Module 4, you're going to learn how to become your own life strategist and create effective strategies for the goals you desire. This is where people mess up. They get stuck. They quit on getting their goals and they don't go further. I'm not going to let that happen to you. I'm going to help you step by step strategically plan and map out every goal so that it's easy to do and it's desirable to do and you have fun doing it. Module 3, you're going to learn how to acclimate your life to your new life. You're going to learn how to build your emotional resilience and rework your day to make room for a new life and lean into it easily and quickly. So here is the link. It should be up right now to get enrolled in the 5-week Life Relaunch program. And here's what some other people are saying about the course. This is the first life coaching course I've ever taken. Chanel Chung says from Mililani, Hawaii, I absolutely love, love, love it. I can't stop talking about it and want to share the tools with everyone. I believe all women, regardless of their stage of life and background, would benefit from this course. It's amazing, life-changing. It'll motivate, encourage, and catapult you to living your best life in a quick 5 weeks. Oh, and I forgot to mention there's amazing instant bonuses. We've got the freebies stacked when you sign up today. You're going to get over $800 in bonuses. So you're going to get private access to the course that is a $997 value. You're going to be able to join the LRL private Facebook group where I jump in and give you personal attention and also do some really awesome Facebook Lives to help you troubleshoot what you're doing. You're going to receive a 30-minute complimentary private coaching session with one of our Soul Sync coaches. It's a $150 value. You're also going to get my ebook, Essential Oil Protocols for Clarity and Creation, a $19.50 value there. That's going to help you to know which oils to use depending on the stage you are in your goal. You're also going to receive a free essential oil wholesale membership and access to Oil Camp. If you don't have one already, I want to get you guys oils and I want you to get them the most effective and inexpensive way possible. So I do give this away to people who don't have existing wholesale memberships. Total value here that you're going to get is $1,801.50, which is an incredible deal. So you have, I'm going to give you two options here. I know for some of you, you want to go, but you're going, the $297 is still a lot for me right now. So I'm going to throw in a monthly payment plan because I want this to be affordable for you. So if you can't do the $297 today, you can sign up for the 6-month payments, 6-month payment plan of $49.99 to make it super easy. You guys can totally do this. You got this. I also wanted to tell you something really cool. When you're registering, you're going to have an option to add on membership in the Life Relaunch Inner Circle. And this is fun. This is actually really fun because if you want to upgrade the Life Relaunch experience, you can deepen that experience and join a live interactive group coaching session with a Soul Sync coach every single week. You get to ask questions, you have your Life Relaunched assignments reviewed, you get ideas and encouragement from others. You're going to learn more about that option when you visit the registration page for this course. But if that interests you, that is the Life Relaunch Inner Circle add-on. And here is what Laura Swan from Scotland had to say about being in our Inner Circle group coaching session. She said, I love the weekly calls where our coach is able to reach right out to us, help us work through challenges and celebrate successes. Before Life Relaunch, I felt stuck, weighed down, and exhausted. Normally, I drop out of these sorts of things, but with this course, I was able to work through the fun and short exercises, take action steps, and feel shifts happen, all while working 2 jobs and running a busy household. Now, I feel stronger, more positive, and re-inspired. For those working mamas who are feeling heaviness, do the life relaunch. The way you look at your family, your work, and your dreams will be completely rejuvenated. And most importantly, you'll have the confidence to get out there and make the important work happen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Lots of kisses there, Laura Swan. She's a self-care coach out in Scotland. Now, for some of you, you might want even more personalized attention. So if you're interested in private coaching, I only open up a few spots every year. You can email me at support@calliewilson.com for more details. Personal coaching is where I get in the trenches with you. I help you write your next chapter. I help you select the right goals, and I help you create the strategy to get those goals and lean into your life ASAP. We can work on business. We can work on home and family life. We can work on health. I'm trained on all of those aspects, and I have a unique holistic skill set that allows me to quickly personalize beautiful solutions you will love that will lead to powerful results. Now, you have to go through an interview in order to take one of these spots. Again, it has to be the right fit. So please email me and we can explore that option together. So here's what some of my clients have said about personal private coaching with me. Stephanie Beer, Mrs. Utah America, 2013, said, mentoring with Callie was one of the best investments I have ever made in myself. Aw, I'm a different woman than I was when I began. I know I will accomplish first things first, and that brings me more peace than anything else. If you are given the opportunity to coach with her, do it. It is life-changing. Connie Sokol, she's a best-selling author, media personality, and founder of Balance Redefined, said, Callie is the real deal. She has a fabulous and unique combination of skill set, intuition, and grit. She uses her many talents generously shared to help each person make life changes in ways that are powerful and significant. So again, if that feels like a good fit for you and you want to learn more about, personal private coaching with me, be proactive, email me, let's get that set up and see if we can really rock your life. I know we will in the next year coaching together. Now, I know you have a lot to go on. I know you have a lot going on. So if you're ready to register for the 5-week course for $297 before the price jumps back up to $997, again, click the link for that special pricing and get in now. Now, again, I know you have a lot going on and maybe this is kind of expensive for you. So don't forget, you do have a monthly payment option of $49 a month for 6 months. There's also a 14-day guarantee. So if you jump in, you watch the videos, you do the assignments, and still find absolutely no value in this course, you can email us at support@calliewilson.com your completed assignments. You do need to watch the videos and complete the initial assignments up to that week that you're in order to get the refund, and I'm gonna give you the refund. Now, because of the nature of this digital product, we do want you to be serious about your investment. You can't have a powerful life relaunch if you take it casually and you take life casually. Because of the time and energy that went into the creation of this product, we can't offer refunds to people who just want to check it out. So get in the program, get serious, and give your future the time and attention it needs to make it really extraordinary and really incredible. So here's everything you get again. You get that one-time payment for that one-time payment of $297 or 6 payments of $49.99. You're going to get access to the Life Relaunch program, the Facebook page, the complimentary private coaching session, the essential oil ebook, the free membership, and access to my oil camp that trains you on the essential oils. Total value of $1,801.50, so that's $1,800 value there for that $297. And guys, I'm so glad we've reached the very end. Because you guys were here, I want to make sure that you guys get the gift. I hope that you can join the next Life Relaunch project, but whether or not you can or will, I just want to say thank you for being here. Thanks for staying to the end. Again, my special gift for you is something that I put together with you in mind. I mentioned a lot of books in my webinar. Books have changed my life. I have an insane library of books and a long library on audible.com. Sometimes it's hard to know where to start or what book to start with when you want to uplevel your life, I thought I would make it easy for you by giving you my personal reading list. These are the best of books to help you change that filing system and start to discover all of the treasures that life has in store for you. I also love essential oils, so I'm going to give you my top 10 favorite single oils and blends, my recommendations that you should get that I diffuse in my office regularly when I'm in creation mode. I always have high quality essential oils running in my diffuser, and they make all the difference. I'll send you these email recommendations. It's a PDF in your email. And if you don't know anything about essential oils or how to get started, just reply to that email and I can tell you more via that email, or you can visit calliewilson.com. Well, guys, that wraps up our workshop. I'm so glad you made time today to make your life even better. Please make sure to connect with me on Instagram and Facebook. If we happen to be at the same conference, guys, come introduce yourself to me. I would love to catch up and hear about your success and your journey and what your life relaunch did for you. Again, if you're ready and you're hungry, join me in the 5-week course. It's launching soon. Enrollment is closing soon. So get registered now before the price jumps back up to $9.97 and we close it off. I'll be right here, you guys, fighting for you and cheering you on. And just a reminder, you guys, just love your life today. Live rich today. Play big today and be kind. All my love. And in Hawaii, we say ahui ho, which means until we meet again. Bye, everybody.